It's Bristol, baby. That's right, the ShitCup Series returns to the Last Great Coliseum once again, as me, Clabel, and Rafa Henn welcome you to Bristol Motor Speedway for the Ate A Bagel 500, a proud sponsor of the ShitCup Series. I'm joined today by the conspirator, Rafa Henn. How you feeling today, sir?
I'm feeling mostly great. I'm feeling this bad vibe of a rigged race around this track today. I don't know, maybe it's just a feeling, maybe it really is rigged moment.
Rafa Henn, you are a conspirator, but you've been very quiet this season talking about ShitCup being rigged, but now you say that ShitCup is rigged. What makes you say that? We haven't even gotten started!
Well, because it happened all races last season, it still happened this season, and I already proved so many times this series is rigged. I just, don't bother anymore, exposing, because everybody knows. They just don't want to believe it.
Well, one person who probably doesn't think that ShitCup is rigged is AJ Walker for Tony's Tropical Creamy Goo, a best friend of the late, great Anthony Tony Steve Jr. Last week, after his big crash in the aggressive goes around at the Glen, he broke his ankle permanently. Walker starts on pole here today, trying to get himself a good run on only one good ankle. We're going to see if AJ Walker can pull it off.
And next up, we have Rafa Henn, who starts 7th here today. Rafa is looking to turn his season around as he enters today 28th in the standings after he got run over literally last week at the Glen.
And lastly, we have our ShitCup points leader, and here are your ShitCup point standings as we only have 4 more races left, including this one: Bristol, Darlington, Poke, Oh No, and Bone Crusher. Ramilia Griffin enters today with a 41-point lead over Vic Musson, but it's anyone's championship. Ramilia Griffin starts off here today in the 14th position next to my favorite Noah Patnod, trying to gain as many points as they can as we wander down to the final weeks of the ShitCup season. Now, before we give the command for today's Ate A Bagel 500, we're going to run you through the field, brought to you by the Ate A Bagel Foundation. On pole here today is the formerly mentioned AJ Walker in the Busch Light Ford Mustang next to the Clabel colors of Silenu. In row 2, it is Xander Jeffrey next to the fan favorite, Biggest Dickus. In row 3 is Jonathan Denmark next to the lovely Rose Henson. Then in row 4, it is the conspirator, Rafa Henn next to Colton Thompson. And then in row 5, it is the proud owner of Ate A Bagel Incorporated, Piper Gunhunter, next to Chuck Sneed.
In row 6, we have Shay Mendez. Right beside him, we have Ween in his 51 car. On the row 7, we have Noah Patnod with Ramilia Griffin on his side. Row 8, we have Fort Simpson and Anthony Tony Steve III, who is trying to live the memory of his father and his grandfather. Right behind them, we have Joe Shurkowski, Tony Steve, and Racky Spinhouse. And then we have Mr. Beats and Vic Musson.
And then in your final 5 rows is the Krispy Kreme colors of Ezra Bass next to Justin Perez. Whitson comes back once again with Kumaru Henson next to their teammate, Raph Faslin. Then the Michael Marutz colors returns once again with Knob Shifter and Azeman Martin's trying to feel it here today. Then in row 14, it's Big Man next to Dumb Stupid. And then you have the brand new Masturbation next to Dave Wilson. Now, to give the command for today's Ate A Bagel 500, it's the conspirator, Rafa Henn.
Drivers, start your engines!
Beautiful command by Rafa Henn, the conspirator, but we got 50 laps of action here today. AJ Walker, Silenu, your front row. Who's going to take it here in the second Ate A Bagel 500, actually the second edition of this Bristol race, the Thick Boy Bristol, as the green flag is underway here at Bristol.
And they're immediately going 3, 4, 5 wide.
Already Rose Henson out of the groove, and it looks like Xander Jeffrey's going to lead lap 1. The conspirator, Rafa Henn, up to 3rd. Piper Gunhunter to the inside. Lap 2 here, 3 wide. Joey Strokowski, Tony Steve there with Colton Thompson, Bart Simpson, but Xander Jeffrey maintains the lead. Here comes the Ouroboros Motorsport teammate, though, of Shay Mendez trying to grab the point. Lap 3 of 50 here. Oh, AJ Walker gets turned by Rafa Henn, but they save it. Oh my God.
I think Rafa Henn not only wants to let AJ with only a broken ankle, I think he wants to end him forever.
It looks like it, but now my favorite, Noah Patton on to the point. Here comes Joey Strakowski, Tony Steve trying to go for his first Shit Cup win. As he's going to dive to the inside. Here comes Piper Gernhardt, the proud owner of Ate A Bagel Incorporated. And Win Nergenton for Richard Nergenton racing right there with Rafa Henn. And then there's Masturbation in his first race for Richard Nergenton racing. But now Rafa Henn going for the point.
And he leads the lap, and the rookie trying now for the lead.
Masturbation, gets to the front, but here comes Dumpster. We got a spinner! Big crash in the back!
God.
Vic Musson upside down! Oh my God, Vic Musson's oh, she's still flipping! They're still flipping! Oh my goodness God!
Someone call an ambulance. Call an ambulance.
Oh my God, involved is Silanu! I saw Ezra Bass collected! Yeah, Ezra Bass collected again in another wreck this season. Caution is out already. We only had a mini crash in last season's race, but nope, we're getting the big ones early as the caution is out. And Masturbation is your leader. What the fuck?
Those drivers cannot even be clean in a wide track like this wide Bristol. Oh my God.
Disgraceful. Let's go see what happened. So here we are on Vic Musson, and we were, upset with how Vic Musson flipped, but Vic Musson fucking caused it. Turns Dave Wilson into Silanu, and then, well,
still going.
Yep, still going, yep. Rafa, can you do me a solid and count how many times they flipped there?
Oh my God, there's so many times that it's impossible to count. And
Exactly.
the worst part is he did not even stick the landing. He finished.
Yeah, what the hell?
He finished all his rollings on his roof, giving more work for the poor employees on this track.
Disgusting. Let's go on board with Dave Wilson. Here we are on board Dave Wilson. You see that mirror? Wow, and man saves him, then you can see Vic Musson fucking flipping in the mirror, though. But now, we're going to give you guys the best angle possible. We're going to go on board with Vic Musson. On board with Vic Musson.
Well, that's what I normally call karma. He turned Dave Wilson, and then he received it back from his bad behavior.
Incredible wreck here in the Ate A Bagel 500. We'll be back after a commercial break.
Get your bitch ass over to your nearest Arby's and eat the shit we put on your fucking burgers, you fat asshole. We don't want your fat redneck ass burger queer lovers over here anymore. Go back to Mississippi, you ginger. And the burger I shoved up my ass, I shoved 2 up my ass now, and I liked it even more than last time, bitch.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Welcome back to the Ate A Bagel 500. Those involved include Dave Wilson, AIDS Man Martin, and then Silanu, Ezra Bass, and Vic Musson out of today's race. Silanu entered this race last in the standings. Vic Musson entered this race second in the standings. A lot is going to be shaken up after this one, as Masturbation is going to lead us to the green flag here in his first Shit Cup start. Jonathan Denmark second, Shay Mendez in third, green flag back in the air.
Poor Silanu has such great cars, great deliveries, and still doesn't have any luck this season.
Basically the same thing as last season as Jonathan Denmark goes to the inside, takes the lead there on Masturbation as we look out in the pack. Caution is out again! Rose Henson!
Oh my.
Big damage for one of the championship contenders! Oh my goodness, anyone else involved? Mr. Beats! Dave Wilson again, and what?
Then
a lot of cars involved, yet we fucked it. Didn't even have an angle on it.
Damn, I didn't know you bought the Fox crew for this race to camera shots.
I guess so. Caution is out. We didn't even have a lap under green.
Oh my god.
Well, let's go see what happened. Here we are on the Clabel copter cannon. We're going into turn 1 on the restart, and Bart Simpson wanted to show Colton Thompson that 3 is better than 2, and then that collects a bunch of them. Ramilia Griffin avoids it, but Rose Henson does not. And we got contact up here!
Oh my.
Dave Wilson and Anthony Tony Steve III get into it. Dave Wilson, last week's winner. What happened there? Let's go see what happened. So here's Dave Wilson, and he sees the wreck up ahead, misses the crash. There's the big one right behind him. But what happens? Oh, wow. Oh, knob shifter collected too.
Then Ramilia Griffin again, very close to the action. Barely misses both incidents on the track.
What? I don't know whose fault that was, really. But
it's everybody's fault. They all are shit drivers, so they can't barely drive straight. Imagine doing the corner.
Let's go on board with Mr. Beats, the YouTube sensation. Here they go into turn 1. Sees the crash. Oh, nowhere to go. Dave Wilson got really lucky. And then they see these two fuck it. Another crash. Wow, look at the... Another crash here.
Thankfully, Mr. Beats is a very rich guy, thanks to his success on YouTube. He can, fix that ugly face now.
We'll be back for the restart here in the Ate A Bagel 500.
Are you a type 2 diabetic and need to regulate your sugar intake so you can keep eating a metric shit ton of carbs? Of course you're a type 2 diabetic, you fat fuck! I'm an aisle blocker, and I'm a type 2 diabetic. My blood sugar can be a pain when I want to keep eating fast food and drinking soda. So I had to make a choice, fast food or soda. And I went with the food. So what did I do about the soda? Simple. I switched to Crystal Light. With 90% fewer calories and 0 sugars, it was a no-brainer. Now I can enjoy all the Arby's my fat ass can eat. Crystal Light, a sip in the right direction.
Welcome back to Bristol. Those involved include Bart Simpson, who caused it all, Knob Shifter, Rose Henson, Anthony Tony Steve III, Dave Wilson, Mr. Beats, and Colton Thompson. The last 5 of those guys out of today's race, Bart Simpson and Knob Shifter still in it. But a lot of racing left to go here, Rafa Henn. What do you think?
First of all, let's hope they make one lap on green because, it's been much more chaotic this season than it was in last season.
For sure. Jonathan Denmark going to take us to the green. Masturbation all over him. Green flag back in the air. Masturbation just wants to come all over. Try and take the lead as they go off a turn 2. Masturbation trying to get the lead here on Jonathan Denmark. And he's going to explode into the lead here. Jonathan Denmark moves into second. Here comes Joey Strakowski, Tony Steve. Big man as well.
The rookie showing great pace right out of the bat. Starting right there in the back and now leading this race.
Ooh, nearly contact there between Rafa Henn, the conspirator, and Noah Patnod, as there's Piper Goodenhardt on that 86 machine. 4 wide again behind. 5 wide! Jonathan Denmark all the way up the track. He won't be a factor, I don't think, but here comes Piper Gernhardt underneath Big Man.
Surprisingly, everybody escaped that firefight alive, considering how reckless those drivers are.
Speaking of reckless, here comes the conspirator Rafa Henn to the inside for the lead. And Rafa Henn's going to take the point here. Rafa Henn, the conspirator for Ate A Bagel Incorporated, the teammate to Piper Gernhardt, takes the lead here as we're halfway through the Ate A Bagel 500. But here comes Big Man to the inside. Raph Haslam as well trailing behind. And then there's the fan favorite Biggest Dickus. Dickus to the inside. Here comes Masturbation again underneath Justin Perez, trying to give it to him as they go into turn 3. Masturbation going to try and take the lead the lap here. Give it to Biggest Dickus there. Masturbation and Biggest Dickus in the front, but here comes the conspirator Rafa Henn once again.
And they still going 5 wide, 4 wide on the middle of the pack right there.
Yeah, you can see that as Piper Gernhardt is going to try and get the lead. We're going to follow this little battle here. Ramelia Griffin trying to move their way up through the field. Trying to get another good point stay. Here comes Xander Jeffrey as well for Ouroboros Motorsports. Damage there, it seems. Run you through the pack a little bit. Azeman Martin involved in that collision earlier. And then Knob Shifter with that damage falling back behind. But here comes Justin Perez with the fan favorite Biggest Dickus. 4 wide.
5 wide back there.
Oh my god.
They really
Rafa
want
Henn,
to wreck again.
you're calling this better than I am. But now, Masturbation. Never mind, he's got Rafa Henn coming inside as they go into 3 and 4. There's my favorite, Noah Patnod. 19 laps to go here at Bristol. This is a very short race here today, but here comes Noah Patnod. There's Kuro Henson behind.
He's trying to do what his beloved could not do and go up to the front and win this race for both of those couple marriage.
And here she comes to the inside, trying to avenge her lover, Rose Henson, who got collected earlier in this race. 17 laps to go, but here comes Justin Perez to the inside. And now Win Nergenton to the inside. 4 wide again, man. They're going to... 3 wide for second. That's Big Man on the inside. It's honestly anyone's race. And when you say anyone, here comes Ramelia Griffin.
Nice
big bonus points if they can lead the lap.
Nice
Not going to get it there. 15 to go.
Since she pretty much lost a lot of position and time trying to avoid those wrecks on the last restart.
Griffin's going to lead the lap. That's an extra bonus points towards the ShitCup standings. But here comes my favorite, Noah Pat, now with Shay Mendez to the inside. But there goes Joey Strakowski, Tony, Steve, trying to avenge his son. And Kumar Henson's going to go up the racetrack. 4 wide.
Oh my god, they really are using the wideness of this track.
They definitely are, as here comes Biggest Dickus to the inside. Here comes Piper Gernhardt once again, as they're going to take 11 laps to go this time by. But here comes Raph Faslin, nearly 4 wide again. Gernhardt is going to lead the lap, but Raph Faslin to the inside. Here comes Masturbation with Bart Simpson. Bart Simpson caused the earlier crash with Colton Thompson. Does he feel like doing it again? 10 laps to go. Raph Faslin, your leader.
Oh, getting close.
I thought they'd go 4 and they'd fuck it, but nope. Here comes Ramelia Griffin trying to take the lead once again. Give the lap lead to Raph Faslin. 9 laps to go here. Oh! Bart Simpson nearly gets turned by Joe Strakowski and Tony Steve. Here comes Noah Patnod.
Nice recruit for Azeman Martin, who was involved right there in the first tracks of those race. Still in the mix
there. He is right there. Azeman Martin running 11th at the line, but here comes Recky Spinhouse Jr. 7 laps to go.
Late race charge.
And then you see the conspirator, Rafa Henn, dumb stupid as well. Ramelia Griffin to the inside. 6 laps to go.
One wrong move and everybody dies.
Yeah, man. And I don't think we're going to go back green flag racing if they fuck it now. 5 laps to go. Noah Patnod to the point. But it is truly anyone's race. Here comes Rafa Henn, the conspirator. Dumb stupid right behind. There's Kimura Henson.
Late race charge to the front.
4 laps to go. Here comes Dumb Stupid in the inside. Kimura Henson as well. Kimura Henson going to try and grab the lead here. 3 laps to go. Justin Perez now into the picture. There's Jonathan Denmark as well. As they're going to come to 2 laps to go. It's truly anyone's race. Here comes Denmark trying to get to the inside. Strakowski, Tony Steve with the block. 2 to go. Anyone's race as they're going to come to the white flag this time by Aidsman Martin. You mentioned in position. White flag in the air. Jonathan Denmark on the outside, but Piper Goodharter is going to take the point.
Recky Spinhouse there. He's coming quick.
Does Piper Goodharter, can he hold on from Recky Spinhouse? Yes, he will! Piper Goodharter wins his first career race.
Wow.
For the Agent A Bagel Incorporated, for Agent A Bagel Foundation, in the Agent A Bagel 500. Who'd have fucking thunk it?
And it's a 1-2 for the team.
Yep. Actually, Jonathan Denmark finished second. A podium, though, for the team, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, Piper Goodharter. Man, Rafa, you might be right. ShitCup might be rigged. I mean, these are our initial reactions to this.
Yeah, you know, the man sponsors the race and kindly won, suspiciously won the race.
Yeah.
You know, I like I said on the start, I already proved a lot of times. I already showed the proofs that this series is rigged. You just need to open your eyes, people. Open your eyes. This is rigged.
Piper Goodharter for Agent A Bagel Incorporated wins the Agent A Bagel 500. I mean, this is some NASCAR shit that he wins the race that was sponsored. You know, it's like Jeff Gordon winning the Pepsi 400. But Piper Goodharter is going to say hi to that ambulance and win the Agent A Bagel 500. Piper Goodharter wins today's race after leading the last 2 laps only. He beats Jonathan Denmark. Then you have Recky Spinhouse Jr., his teammate finishing 3rd. Noah Patnod, my favorite, finishing 4th. And Aidsman Martin, who has had quite the recovery this season, finishing in 5th. Justin Perez finishes in 6th. Your points leader, Romelia Griffin, finishes in 7th. That'll definitely help in the standings with Dumb Stupid in 8th. The fan favorite, Biggest Dickus, in 9th. And Joey Stragowski, Tony Steve to round out your top 10.
P11 is with Big Man. P12 Bart Simpson. P13 Shay Mendez. P14 Zender Jeffrey. P15 Masturbation. P16 Kumaro Hansen. Sadly he could not deliver the win for his beloved Rose Hansen. P17 Rafa Henn, who as much he is not the best. Okay. As much was not his best result, it's better than what happened last race when people literally run him over before the race even started. People look like don't like him.
He deserved it.
I don't think so. He's only telling the truth to the people. But anyway, P18 Ween Nergington, P19 Raf Fazlin, and running out the top 20 AJ Walker.
Then in 21st, it's Chuck Snead, unable to capitalize any bit. Then Knob Shifter in 22nd got damage, unable to finish off the deal. And then the last of these drivers, all DNF'd here today. Rose Henson 23rd, Anthony Tony Steve the 3rd, 24th. Dave Wilson, who won last week's race in 25th. Mr. Beats, the YouTube sensation, in 26th. Colton Thompson in 27th. Silenu, the other driver on that front row, in 28th. Ezra Bass in 29th. And then the guy who entered today's race second in the point standings finishes dead last, and that is definitely not going to help in the point standings. And speaking of the ShitCup point standings, here are your ShitCup point standings, and Romelia Griffin still maintains their lead, but lost 4 points to Noah Patnod, my favorite driver. Noah Patnon moves up into second. Then Justin Perez into third. Dumb Stupid into fourth. And Recky Spinhouse Jr. into fifth. Biggest Dickus, the fan favorite, is in sixth. Moving up from eighth after last week, Jonathan Denmark, who went from 19th to 7th in the point standings. But speaking of a big jump, Piper Goodenharder, who won today's race, gains 14 spots. He moves into the top 10 with Aidsman Martin in 9th. And Rose Henson, unable to have another good run. She said that she was going to win today's race. Didn't happen. Rose Henson rounding out your top 10 in the ShitCup point standings.
In P11, the same guy that started in P11 today, Shay Mendez. P12, Bart Simpson. He racked the number 2 to prove that 3 is bigger than 2. He's still P12. P13, Nav Shifter. P14, Vic Muniz. P15, Big Man. P16, Joey Shikowski, Tony Steve. P17, Zender Jeffrey. P18, Anthony Tony Steve III. P19, Colton Thompson, who got wrecked by Bart Simpson today, sadly. And also finishing out the top 20, AJ Walker.
And then here are your final 10 drivers in the ShitCup point standings. Kumar Henson moves up from 23rd into 21st in the 21st in the standings. Mr. Beats continues to drop as they drop 8 positions, and Chuck Sneed unable to gain any as well as he falls back to 23rd. Masturbation in his first start remains in 24th in the standings. Win Nergington moves up a spot over Dave Wilson, who follows behind in 26th. Rafa Henn, the Conspirator, gains a spot on Ezra Bass, who finishes very far in the pack. Ezra Bass remains in the lower half of those standings in 28th. Raph Faslin not in dead last anymore, but now by nearly 100 points in dead last in the ShitCup standings is Silanu. We'll be back next week, same place, same time, for the Darlington Throwback Race. That's right, we had all of our ShitCup drivers design throwback cars, and we're going to have a throwback style kind of race next week. Rafa Henn, are you excited for next week's ShitCup Throwback Race?
I really excited because since it's a throwback race, maybe we can go back to the times when races were not rigged and have a clean race with a real clean driver winning.
Whatever, pal. But before we head off today, we'd like to thank our Clabel Cult members for becoming members of the channel. If you'd like to earn such things as emojis in our live chats, behind the scenes, and more, you can click the join button down below to join in this big ol' list of people. Thank you guys for supporting ShitCup, as always. We'll see you guys next week. And as always, take it easy.